जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी 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 यशोदानंदन ब्रजजनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रजजनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रजजनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रजजनरंजन यमुनातीरावनचारी 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 जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजजनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रजजनरंजन यमुनातीरावनचारी यमुनातीरावनचारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayo Radha Gopinath Shri Radhe Jayo Radha Gopinath Shri Radhe Jayo Radhe Jayo Radhe Jayo Radhe Jayo Shri Radhe Jayo Radhe Jayo Radhe Jayo Radhe Jayo Shri Radhe Jayo Jagannatha Jayo Baladeva Jayo Subhadra Jayo Jagannatha Jayo Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jai Om Vishpada Paramahamsa Parivracharya Stotra Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishpada Paramahamsa Parivracharya Stotra Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Ki Jai Anant Kodi Vaishnavanda Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Reading from Canto 4, Chapter 17, Text 24 Tvam kalo vasadi bijani Tvam kalo vasadi bijani Prakshristani swayambhuha Prakshristani swayambhuha Na munchasi atmarudani Na munchasi atmarudani Mam avajnaya mandadihi Mam avajnaya mandadi Tvam kalo vasadi bijani Prakshristani swayambhuva Na munchasi atmarudani माम अवज्ञाय मंदति त्वां कलो वर्षादि बीजानि प्राक्शिष्टानि स्वयंभुवा नामुञ्चसि आत्मरुदानि मामवज्ञानमन्दति त्वां कलो वर्षादि बीजानि प्रक्षिष्टानि स्वयंभुवा नामुञ्चसि आत्मरुदानि मामवज्ञाय मंडति त्वां कलो वर्षादि बीजानि प्राक्षिष्टानि स्वयंभुवा नामुञ्चसि आत्मरुदानि मामवज्ञाय मंडति त्वां कलो वर्षादि बीजानि प्राक्षिष्टानि स्वयंभुवा नामुञ्चसि आत्मरुदानि मामवज्ञाय मंडति त्वां you kalo certainly wasadi of herbs, plants and grains. Bijani, the seeds, prak, from a leaf. Shishtani, created. Swayambhuva, by Lord Brahma. Na, do not. Munchasi, deliver. Atmarudani, hidden within yourself. Mam, me. Avajnaya, disobeying. Mandadi, less intelligent. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. You have so lost your intelligence that despite my orders, you do not deliver the seeds of herbs and grains formerly created by Brahma and now hidden within yourself. Purport. While creating all the planets in the universe, Lord Brahma also created the seeds of various grains, herbs, plants and trees. When sufficient water falls from the clouds, the seeds fructify and produce fruits, grains, vegetables, etc. By his example, Prithu Maharaj is indicates that whenever there is a scarcity in food production, the head of government should take steps to see why production is being held up and what should be done to rectify the situation. Yes, chant Manglashan. Om Ajnana Timarandasya Jnananjanan Salakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manumistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapatantikam Vandegam Shri Guru Shri Utapata Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijane Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Shute Devi Pranamami Hari Priyam Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So I'll take the blessings of all the Vaishnavis assembled here, and blessings of my Siksha Gurus and spiritual master Prabhupada, so the right words comes at the right time. So now let's try to understand what's happening here. So in the previous chapter, when the Sutas and Magadas, they are glorifying the Prithu Maharaj in the text 22. So they are singing like, this king, this protector of the citizen is an extraordinary king and is equal to the Prajapati demigod. For the living facility for all citizens, he will milk the earth, which is like a cow. So when they are singing the glories of the King Prithu Maharaj, so they are telling that. So he will milk the earth, which is like a cow. So that's how they will sing. So when the Maitreya is telling this to Vidura, Vidura has a question. Why? First of all, he couldn't understand. He want to know, right? Why he just was to, why earth has to come like a cow? Earth can take any shape because we pray earth as a mother earth. It's a mother. So there are so many shapes can come. Why it has to come as a cow? And he just asking that questions. So he asked that, Vidura asked to Maitreya, my dear Brahmana, since Mother Earth can appear in different shapes, why did she take the shape of a cow? So what is the purpose of taking a shape of a cow? So they tell it they are milking. So that means, so who became the calf? To milk, we need a calf, right? So it's like Gita is telling that Krishna Krishna used Arjuna as a calf to get the knowledge from the Vedas is a cow. So here he's asking, then who became the calf and what was the milking part from what they have milked it? That was the question. So based on that, what he had done. Then Maitreya Muni started explaining it. So what happened? King Prithu Maharaj, everyone is glorifying it, and then the people are coming, the citizens are coming, and then they are telling, oh, we are all suffering, we are in the hunger, we are having thirst, we have become skinny. So, oh king, oh my lord, please protect us. So the duty of the king is to protect the people. That's the duty of the king. So then he is just seeing it. There is no food grain is available. What is going on? So then what Prithu did? So he took the bow and arrow, and then he started chasing the Mother Earth, and then he was just chasing the Mother Earth. So Mother Earth was running, and then she couldn't but she couldn't run away a lot because King Prithu Maharaj was doing. And after that, Mother Earth became, and then she started putting her one. Why are you trying to do? That's what. So seeing Maharaj Prithu became angry, his eyes became red as early morning sun. Placing arrow on his bow, he chased the cow-shaped earth wherever she would run. So the cow couldn't able to do it, and then she started doing it. So she started addressing the one. King Prithu, as the knower of religious principle, the shelter of the surrender, she said, please save me. You are the protector of all living entities, are also situated as the king of this planet. You are the protector of all living entities, including me. Why you are trying to kill? That was her first Mother Earth. She is questioning Prithu Maharaj. And then she was telling so many other points. That's very important. I am very poor and I have not done any sinful activity. I haven't done any sinful. Mother Earth hasn't done any sinful activity. Why you are trying to punish me? So also she is telling, also a woman should not be touched upon. Even if she does commit any sinful activity, no one should not place his hand upon her. Why are you doing all those things? So these are some of the Mother Earth accusations to King Prithu. So now King Prithu is going to answering all these things. That's what started from the verse number 22. So first thing is we need to understand King Prithu called the mother cow as a Vasudev. Means Vasu is like Vasundhara. It's like a Vasu. It's like all the wealth she is carrying it. She holds all the one. She calls the Mother Earth as a Vasudev. So with that background, if you try to look at this verse, so you are the one carrying every wealth. So in Vedic time, it is said that the wealth is someone who has a cows and then grains. So they are the wealthy person. So that everything is depends on the earth, Mother Earth. So that's what Mother Earth is called Vasundhara. So he is telling it. So you have not delivered the herbs, grains, uh, seeds, plants, trees. Nothing has given. Everything you have hidden. So that's what his accusation, right? So he's telling it. So first he said that you have everything, but you haven't given it. So now we need to try to understand. There are two parts of it, right? So one is it what King Prithvi is so called now. It's angry. Why is he need to get angry? Because it is his duty to save all the living entities. The people are suffering in this other hand, so they are not very hunger, they are having thirst, so he needs to save them. That is his duty, right? So that means he wants to perform his duty, right? So that because from the living means all the human beings they are suffering, they went to, it's their rights to ask to the government, give us the food, you don't make us hungry, it is their right. They are calling us their rights, and then King Prithvi is doing his duty. So now King Prithvi is accusing mother cow, you are not doing your duties. So that means you are not doing your work. So that is causing impacting others. First let's try to understand what is the rights and duty, right? So rights is something like we have a freedom to speech. So that's a right. We all want a freedom to talk, freedom to speech. That's a right. So whereas the duty is that government means the duty of the individual is to, I can talk, I have freedom to speech, but I cannot spread the false or misinformation. That's my duty. So I have right as well as duty. So both I have it. So that's what we need to have it. Every person has a rights as well as the duties. If you try to, these days we don't have any rights or duties. These days like we just want to, how I'm be happy, what is making my happiness. It's like a gratification of my senses. That's what we are trying to do. In a ideal civilization, right, the citizens have rights to have a safety, where the government has to ensure they have to do their duties by having the law and order in place and everything. So that means rights and duties goes hand in hand. So if there is no duties not being done properly, there is no protection for the right. That's a whole one, right? So let's see what's happening in these days, how the rights and duties are going on, right? So we know, see, the social media is like a place where we can, it's like we think that's our freedom to spread the information. But what happens now? It's all the misinformation is being spread, right? Means Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg has openly admitted it. They know all the misinformation is going on, and then it's impacting others, but they haven't taken any action because that's a way they get the money. So for them, they're not worried about the duties, the impact of what is causing others. Their thing is, am I making my money? My shareholders are happy. That's their focus. They are not worried about anything. There are so many things happen, right? So they have manipulated the data. So they have impacted the election results and everything. So it's not only at the social media, even at the corporate. I don't know how many of you knows that there was a big scandal Enron, right? So we think it's a normal company. They're doing what is going to happen. A company is doing some kind of a scandal. Is what is happening. It's their company and doing it. But what happened? This company, there is a one company Enron. So they have all the all the finances. They have cheated it. They have puffed up and show that we have so much of gaining property profits and everything. They have shown year after year, they have shown us some wrong results. So now what happened? So lots of people are started investing to that organization without knowing the factual aspect of it, right? So what happened later? So then they came to know nothing is there. So lot of people lost the money. Some people even has to take a very tough decision of their life. All those things happen. But whereas the corporates, they are secured $1 million and then went away. So that was the case. Then they thought, okay, we'll have some third party to monitor so that they will do it, so that they can catch it. Now what happened? The third party also became corrupted. So they will started selling all these things that's corrupted. I don't want to call the name, company name here, but that is still very well known, one of the big four. So that's what it's happening it. So there is no duties, right? So there is no duties. Then how we can so-called rights we have it? How our rights can be protected? We are all, means Prabhupada says that one, right? We come to this material world to get cheated. So every step by step we are getting cheated, but we are saying that we are so intelligent and we know we are taking care and everything. So that's a one. So that's not the case in case of the Maharaj Prithu time. He is just doing his duty clearly. So even it's a mother earth, you have to perform your duty. If you are not performing your duty, you will be punished. That is what he is trying to say. Right? So in this verse there is another important point is, here it says that Prabhupada writes that one, while creating all planets in the universe, Lord Brahma also created the seeds of various grains, herbs, plants and trees. Right? So actually means Bhagavatam gives that 10 stages of creation, right? So there is a 10 stages of creation starting from Mahavishnu. So he glances and then gives a Mahatattva and everything. So in terms of stages, Lord Brahma is coming only in the stage 6. Then only Brahma creates only 7, 8, 9, 10. In that 9th and 10th are the only Prajapatis, and then all the Funa, flowers and all the human beings started coming. So that means it's not like Brahma is not the real creator. If you look at Brahma itself, the 6th creator of the Lord. So all the real creation is coming from the Lord Sri Krishna. So that's the one thing to do. So this verse is, it's like what I see is that it is emphasizing on us to understand perform our duties, right? So means every one of us having a different ashram or kind of one. These days we don't know what is our ashram, what one. Every ashram is the only one goal. How can I be happy now at this moment? That's what we are trying to do. So whereas if you look at Lord Rishabhadev says that one, right? So in one, he gives the 4 things are very important. So first thing is we should perform our prescribed duties, and second thing is we should not do the duties it's not allocated to us, and then third he says we have to be very happy with what we get on our accord, and fourth is he is telling you should worship the lotus feet of the spiritual master. So first of all, we don't know what is our duty. Second thing is we don't know whether are we doing our duty or others' duty. We don't know at all, because the duty is not, we think what we know is like as Krishna says, we are like a demonic, right? Aham ameti. It's my family, my wife, my children, my home, my country, or that's all we are thinking. We don't know what is our real duty to take care, what we do it. So if you don't know the duty, what we can say that what we are performing the duty is correct, right? So that's the whole point of really understanding it, right? So means that okay, let's say we take like a very simple one. We just take as like taking care of my family is my duty. But what Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, so if you are not doing anything sacrifice for the Vishnu, you will enter to entanglement, right? He says that Yajnat artha karmano yantra lokaya karma bandhana tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samchara. He's telling any sacrifice, anything we do, it is to be done for the pleasure of the Lord. Otherwise, sacrifice for the Lord Vishnu. Otherwise, we'll end up in the bondage. So-called duty is what we think. Because when we see many people, right, so they say that one, my family is my whole life, everything. But when it comes for their happiness or something, their family member itself is spoiling their sense gratification, they will just, okay, I don't need it. So because I'll change my family. So that is what their whole purpose. It's not going anywhere, right? So means Gaur Govind Samaraj beautifully says in one of the lecture. So he says that one, the duty is very hard. We don't know what, first of all in this age, we don't know what is duty, and whatever we do, think as a duty, we may create so much entanglement. Maharaj says that in one of the lecture. So he says that one, if you take up the Krishna Bhakti, all your duties and obligations are done. Means you don't have any more duties, right? So he says, he quotes that one, Krishna Bhakti kaile sarva karma krita haya. So that means when you take a Krishna Bhakti, we just do it. So what is our Krishna Bhakti? How can we take? Maharaj says that, again he quotes, Mahaprabhu says that one, right? Ucha Sankirtana Kari Shraddhara Prachara. You just chant loudly, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ucha Sankirtana Kari. Chant very loudly. And then Shraddhara Prachara. So that means you inculcate faith in others, so that then you can just start the preaching of the Lord. That's the only one. So that's the only duty what Maharaj was giving that one, right? So that's what means our Guru Maharaj always says that one, Sarvadhamma Pariteksha Mamekam Saranam Praja. It's nothing same like, it's nothing but Yare Deko Tare Kaho Krishna Upatesa. Both are same. That's what our Guru Maharaj always quotes that one. So here that's what Guru and Samaraj says that one. Ucha Sankirtana Kari Shraddhara Prachara. Right? So here Maharaj quotes beautifully that how the Prabhupada, right? So when Prabhupada arrived in US, he didn't have anything except the Kartal. So except Kartal, he started chanting. Because of his chanting, the faith has been spread. That's what it is. They all become devotees, and that's how he'll do it. He's telling how faith can be done. That is through our Sankirtana. If you keep chanting loudly, that's how the faith will be spread. Once you hear, they'll all become the faith. So that's a very important one. So once we have, that's our duty. So what Maharaj says that the faith is something we need to be, it cannot, we cannot get easily. We have to have a determination. He quotes the Dhruva Maharaj example, right? So Dhruva Maharaj is, anyway we know the stories. Dhruva Maharaj was like frustrated, he is angry now because he couldn't sit on the lap of his father. So what he goes and asks his mother. She says, Narayan, if you get the mercy of Narayan, you will achieve everything. So that has entered in his ears, and then he took that strong faith on the word of his mother. So then next question he asked, Dhruva Maharaj asked, okay, where can I see Narayan? If I want to go on mercy of Narayan, where I can go and find it? His mother said, I heard he will be in the forest. That's how all the sages and saints goes. So he had so much of faith in his mother word, and then he had it. When he is going, he don't know anything. He is just walking and going. So when he goes, and means Narad Muni comes and asks. When Narad Muni asks one, so he was giving, no, you are a young, don't worry, go and go. It will be very, it's okay. Or then he'll try to say that no, if you go, there will be a lion and everything. He was like, if you know where is Narayan, tell me. Otherwise, don't waste my time. I just have to move on. That was he had so much of faith, so much of determination. That's what Maharaj is giving that one. So he was quoting that Rupa Goswami, right? So if you want to have a Krishna Bhakti, so it's coming back to the one. So all our duties finished once we have a Krishna Bhakti. Krishna Bhakti kaile sarva karma krita. That means how do we get the Krishna Bhakti, right? So that is what we have to have it. It's like we need to have a faith, and then with that just to have a faith is not alone enough. We need to have the determination to anything comes, that's what I want to do it. That's a determination if we have it. Otherwise we'll have a entanglement. See, everyone have a certain faith, right? Without faith, who are coming to this temple have a certain faith, but amount of determination determines how much they are going on it. Means most of you, means almost all of you have a strong determination than what I have it here, because that's what pushing us hard to go into the bhakti. That's a whole one. So Maharaj was telling it. So if you want to get rid of the entanglement and then you want to perform your duty, first we need to know what is our duty, and then we can just do that one. For that duty to do, we need to have faith and determination. He quotes that Rupa Goswami's verse, right? Utsahan Nischay Dhairya. So that's a one very important aspect, so that we can have it. Otherwise, we may not know what is duty, we don't know what is one. Because here no king is being here to, oh, you are not doing your duty and punishing it. Here the kings are, if you try to do your duty, you will be punished. If you are being a government and then you are not, means, I don't know how many of you knows, in India, it's been tough to be a, what we say, means, not a strict, tough to be a so-called real officers. You means without taking any bribe or anything. You have to, if you are not getting a bribe or doing anything, you will be kicked out, you will do it. Because from the government itself, they will set the quota, this much money you have to give us, that kind of one. It's a very hard. These days, no, it's my duty is to perform my job. I cannot go and get the money or do all those things. That is not going to work. It's a very hard. All right. So in that case, we need to really understand it, right? So how much we are so blessed and merciful with this kind of age, Mahaprabhu has come and how much he has helped. So today the Kirtan was, it was like once it ended, oh, why it is ended? It was such a one, right? So it was one. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that one. If you really want to anything to analyze and logic, just try to analyze the Mahaprabhu's mercy. Then you will find that there is nothing beyond that one. It's a strikingly wonderful. We all want to analyze. We see the cricket match and when we think, oh, we should have placed the fielder in the third man, you would have got out or something you would have done, as if those player knows much better than cricket, and we will be sitting here in front of TV and giving analysis and tell, oh, he didn't play it very well, all those things. So we are always tend to do any analysis and critics, all those things, right? So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that if you want to do any analysis, try to analyze the mercy of Mahaprabhu. So then you really wonderfully striking it. There is nothing can be get it, right? So that's the one very important thing to do it. Otherwise, we'll just always end up in the duty on which we don't know what is our real duty, right? So that's a whole problem, second problem, right? So with that one, we'll see how compassionate all our acharyas, right? So Prabhupada means when in his early days, so the first deity in ISKCON was Jagannath Subhadra, Balaram Subhadra Mai, right? So when in that story we all know, once Malati Mataji finds some Jagannath small deity, and then Mataji comes and asks Prabhupada, I saw this, what is it? When Prabhupada saw, he was like super blissful, and then he just offered and he said, the Lord of the universe. And then he asked Shyamsundar Prabhu, can you carve this big deity? We can have it, so we need to have. So, and then Shyamsundar Prabhu, he knows to carving, he just started doing that work. Prabhupada once went to see how that his work is going on. So that time, in one hand, Shyamsundar Prabhu is smoking, another hand is carving the deity. So what we'd have had it, no, how you can do it? No, you don't know, this is a Lord of the universe, how you are not disrespectable. I don't need you, go. That's what we'll try to show, that we know everything, this is the one. What Prabhupada said is, Prabhupada said, it's okay. Can you try to reduce one cigarette per day until you completely give up? That was the compassion, that was the tolerance, what they had it. If none of our, let's say, spiritual masters or whoever training us, if they don't have any compassion on us, at least people like me will not be sitting here, right? So that's the whole things. Because the mercy is coming from the parampara, so they know it's like parampara is ready to do, right? So with that, I just want to one more things which I read from Giriraj Maharaj. He was quoting from I believe it is Atma Tatma of Prabhu. In his class he was quoting. So it was in the Prabhupada last stage of his life in the last manifested pastime in Vrindavan. Prabhupada was completely sick, and then so many people comes and then they try to cure Prabhupada, but it was not happening much, giving the results. So it was keeping all the people so sad. That time there is one Brahmana, he came. So Sampat Kumar. So he came and then they took him from the flight and then all those things. And then he was talking. He asked him to send everyone, and then he was talking to Prabhupada. So and he was very that he's telling Swamiji, after seeing you, I'm so much painful for me, like you after suffering it. Prabhupada in the lying in the bed, and he was simply saying, everyone is suffering this material world. It's a dukkhalayam vashashvatam. What you are expecting me? No, 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 Swamiji, you, it's not one. I'm very, lot of people are depending on you. Prabhupada says, what can I do? Swamiji, I want to tell you something. I know why you are suffering it. So he's quoting. So in Vrindavan, they have your deity, and then they are offering, and then they are praying and everything. So it's been when you are alive, having your deity and then one. So it's like all their problems, it's coming on to you. So that's what the cause of it. Maybe for you until you are here, there is no need of a deity, you are telling it. Prabhupada said that no, no, no. I just came here to take all their suffering. So that's the reason. It's not like I cannot, nothing for me, I can suffer, but my purpose is like I came here to take their suffering. That is what the mood, what they have, right? So means it's all, means all our, means we are able to chant, right? Because in, I think it's in Vishnu Puran, maybe I'm not sure, Vishnu Puran or Padma Puran. We cannot chant unless if you don't have any, if we have sins, we cannot chant. So the means the chanting removes the sins and give us the ability to chant as well. But all those things, right? So much of sins we have it. It said that when you do take initiation, all your sins have been taken by a spiritual master. That's how the compassion is coming. Right? So let me try to let me wind up here. So this is a section where Prithu Maharaj is he's been the arguing with the Mother Earth. So he was like telling that you are not performing your duties. So you have all the, that means you have all the grains and everything you have not done. So that means you are holding everything. You are holding everything on yourself. You are hiding. It's hiding within yourself. That is what his accusation. So this one is you are not performing your duties. Whereas in our case, we don't know what is our duty itself, and even we think so-called our duties, it's always have a entanglement. So that's what we see, what the Mahaprabhu says, what is our duty, and Krishna says the duty, right? And how they are helping us and then to perform our duties. Yeah, so I'll stop here. Any comments, clarification? Yes, yes, Prabhu. Yeah, Prabhu. So from Karnadaksha Vishnu, it's like then first it's a potential universe. Then he glances. Then comes the Mahatattva. So and then along with Mahatattva, Tamas, ignorance, because the whole material world is ignorance. So and from there, the next stage is coming the Ahankar. It's a false ego comes. After that only, from Ahankar only, so we get the three material modes coming on it. So then there comes the Garbhodaksha Vishnu state. So in the Hiranyagarbha, so in the from Garbhodaya Vishnu, then comes the Lord Brahma. So yeah, from Lord Brahma comes that again the Veda knowledge. From Brahma we get the knowledge as well as the ignorance, 5 different types of ignorance. So from Brahma we know, right, life forms are coming, then uh, after that they get the Rudra and all the Prajapatis, and think from Prajapatis we have all the flowers, fauna and other type of supernatural everything we get, herbs, everything. Yeah. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai.